Working with activity registration. Once you've created your activities and you're ready to start registering customers, you can go to the Activities tab and view activities. You can either search for the activity by name or by custom ID, which is the barcode that is either provided automatically by Perfect Mind or the one that you've entered for the course that you've created. You can locate the course by navigating to the proper category, calendar, and service. And it's worth noting that if you click on the calendar, you will see all the courses attached to all the services below that calendar. As you may have multiple courses per service, you may want to restrict the list that you'll see on the right-hand side further by clicking on the service itself. Once you've located the course you wanted to register the client into, you can click on the Enroll button. Now, if an alert was added to the event, you will see it appearing here on the screen, and you can click on it to make it go away. We'll go ahead and register our client to this course. And if there were any restrictions on the course, whether they were age-related or prerequisite, if the client you were about to register did not meet those criteria, you would see an error message showing up to the right-hand side. Now, because this client belongs to a family account, along with 2 other clients, you could select other members to register at the same time into this course. In this case, however, we will leave it for this client and hit Next. Now you can see the cost of the course. And if we wanted to simply process with either a debit card or with the cash payment, you could simply click on the dollar amount, which would skip the actual payment screen. This is a new functionality that is available as of 6.2. We'll select the 120, which is in cash, and process. Now that the client is registered into the course, we can look up the registration confirmation, which provides the information for this course. You can either print it or you can email it. Going back, you can either create a new sale or you can go back to the Activities tab to register either this client or another client into a new course. You can also go and have a look directly at this client account by clicking on the client's name. Now, if you wanted to quickly find the course that this client is registered into, you could scroll down to Schedules, and you can either look it up by scrolling through the different calendars or switch to List View, which will make it easier to locate the course that you've registered this client into. As a list view, you now have the ability to either get more information about this course by hovering above the course name. And if you wanted to print the registration confirmation, you could go ahead and hit print, reselect the registration confirmation, and you would then have the option to email or print it. Otherwise, the other option is to navigate, which will take you back to the course, where you can either register another participant, or you could withdraw this participant from here as well. Hit withdraw and determine whether a refund should be issued or not. We'll say that this client should get a refund. And because the course hasn't started yet, we do have the option to withdraw from the entire registration. The course had started and you allowed prorating, you could change the number of session and choose what you would prorate for. If a withdrawal fee was attached to this course, it would appear here with the dollar amount that's attached to it. If multiple withdrawal fees were attached to the course, you would have the option to select between the withdrawal fees. You'll also have to provide a reason for the withdrawal, and you can enter further explanation as to why this client is withdrawing. We'll hit withdraw, and we'll see that we have the option to print the receipt, which shows us the amount of money that was refunded and the status set to refund. You can also email this receipt, and you can also print a withdrawal confirmation. Click on that. And here's our withdrawal confirmation, which can either be printed or emailed to the client. The withdrawal confirmation will give the information pertaining to the course, the number of sessions and number of hours, and the cancellation summary, which will outline the total refund amount, and if there was a cancellation fee amount listed here as well. We'll close this tab, hit done, and now even if we go to this course, we will always see that this client had once been registered, but the status is now set to canceled, and the payment shows refunded. If you were to click on this refunded button, you would then be taken to the transaction page. And from here, you can get more information. You can either reprint the receipt by clicking on the receipt. And you can also have a look at the invoices. In this case, we see that this invoice had been completed for $120. If you wanted to see more information regarding this invoice table and this particular invoice for this transaction, you can always select the view, in this case is set to all, and edit it so you can add some columns to it. We'll go and do this here by editing and adding a column. We'll go and expand the payment section, and we'll select the payment type. Hit save. And you can now see that a specific transaction with the total amount, whether it was set as a payment or as a refund. Now we'll go back to the courses by going to Activities and View Activities. We'll select our Swim Level 1 and click Enroll. Again, the alert will show up because an alert was added to this course. We can see here our customer has paid and is set to book. The outcome is added to this course registration page. At the end of the course, if you've opted to record outcomes, the instructor will have the opportunity to click the Select Outcome option so that they can enter whether this client has passed or failed. Now, next season, if this course is a prerequisite for the next level, say a Swim Level 2, and the prerequisite states that he must have passed Swim Level 1, this customer would not be able to register into the Swim Level 2. We'll clear this out as we have not yet started with the course. You can print an event roster by series directly from this page. When you have your full list of attendees, if you click on the event roster by series, the report will print specific to the course that you're in when you select event roster by series. You will see your attendees' information and how much they've paid in this case. With these types of report, if we expand the Show option, you can add information to this report. For instance, we can choose to have the date of birth. You can select to have the prompt, which would show the question and the answer to this questionnaire on this report. We'll hit Preview, and this report could be exported out or printed to be given to the instructor. We'll go back to the planner. You can also send an email very quickly to all the registrants in this course. If you were to click on the email option here, you could choose whether this email will go to the clients that are booked, to all the clients that are attached to this course, or you can select which attendee you want to send this email to. If we were to hit continue, Perfect Mind would take you to the marketing tab where you can craft your email and fill in automatically the email addresses of all the participants you've selected. Back to the Planner tab, we'll cancel this. If this course was to be canceled, you could click on the Pending tab and click Canceled. You have the option to either refund all the attendees now or to refund them later. If you were to click Refund All Attendees Now, you will have the refund pop-up showing up where you can either refund the remaining amount or the full amount. Now, because this client paid using his subsidy, the subsidy would go back to the account credit. We'll cancel this. Go back to the main screen. And the last piece I want to show you is that you can change the view that you can see your events in. By default, courses should be set up to be a list view, as it makes it a lot easier to see all the courses that are being offered and to enroll customers into them. You can add columns to this view by clicking on the drop-down arrow beside any of the columns, selecting columns, and then adding the appropriate column to this table. Now at a glance, by adding the spots left column, we can see that we have 19 spots left for Swim Level 1 and 20 for Swim Level 2. Lastly, you can export this table to Excel or to PDF.